Arete, personal excellence, self-assessment, and superhero business. What is Arete? Arete is an ancient Greek philosophy that is all about personal excellence. It's always about striving for more and becoming the greatest version of yourself. Living with virtue is the key. Doing everything you can to improve and be of service in that process. Personal excellence, number one, confidence. Confidence is built through doing what you say and doing it every day. It's about keeping the promises that you make to yourself. When you do this, confidence will be built over time like compound interest. Every single decision that we make is going to determine the trajectory of our lives, right? It's not about being perfect here, it's about making that progress and that forward momentum. And something I've been thinking about lately is being rich in spirit, right? Because we all want these things in our life, whether it's health, wealth, relationships. And I'm telling you, you need to focus on the intangibles to get the external results. The inner world does create the outer world. So what does that look like? If people have the things that you want, or they're where you want to be, you need to celebrate that. Like, you need to put positive energy in that. And I'm telling you, this is more important than getting the thing. Before you become rich in other ways, you need to become rich in spirit. All right, you want to see the world win. You want to have this altruistic mindset, and that is the gold right there. When you operate out of that spirit, anything is possible. And the interesting thing is that you actually start to co-experience these things. You start to pull that thing that you want towards you, because now you start to shift your energy state. It was going to start to shift your questions. Like, now you start to see in terms of possibilities, like, how can I do this, right? Like, you start to actually believe, right? Because now you're actually kind of telling the universe is what you want, in a sense. And the way that you do that is then you start to take the necessary actions with the belief that it's possible. It's a game changer, for real. Number two, practice virtue. Practicing virtue is all about having a high quality character. High quality character is the foundation of a great life. Without this, it's hard to do anything that you really want. Like, I've said this many times, like, I don't watch TV, play video games, like any of the vices. Like, I realize early on you have to limit all that, because it's hard enough to make your dreams a reality as it is. If you're going to distract yourself, like, it's going to be nearly impossible to get everything that you want or become everything that you want. And I feel like we have to be willing to sacrifice who we are for what we become. I mentioned this as well. It's like, you have to understand, like, you have to decide what you want at the end of the day. This is a lot more fun to be on a mission every single day, to actually be on an adventure, to live on your purpose. So that's a lot more fun than the short-term gratification. But we don't understand that because we're not able to get beyond it, in a sense. Yeah, so it's going to be challenging, but which hard do you want? Do you want the hard where you don't get the results that you want? Or you want the hard where the results are in your hands, but you're doing the hard thing? But you have to realize that you're actually becoming someone in that process. Your character is forged through all these challenges, and that's what who you start to become. And you start to actually stand for something, right? And you're not pulled in all these different directions. You have to know who you are. You have to do self-assessment. You have to believe. You have to think about the things that you want, right? Train your mind, and it will actually come on more easier over time because it's part of who you are. Number three, be of service. Excellence is all about service. You have to become the greatest version of yourself every single day, and service is about what you do for the world. And everything is possible if you just keep going and stay focused on the mission. Know who you want to serve, but ultimately everyone will benefit from you becoming the greatest version of you, because everyone is going to interact with you in some way, shape, or form. Right? So it's about understanding that your energy does affect people around you, and you have to do your best. And you have to believe that, everything will work out. Like, if you don't have certainty, have faith, right? Because it's easier to have fear and all that, but you have to train your mind to live with honor and integrity and all these things. And everyone wants to win. Like, everyone wants to feel good, but ultimately it's not always an easy process. But you have to have the intelligence to understand that it's going to happen anyways. And you have to understand that you're worth it and the mission matters. Self-assessment. Number one, the key to success. Self-assessment is the key to success. Without this, nothing can really be done. We do this by contemplation and journaling. Ask yourself empowering questions and move the mission forward. Do some self-reflection at the end of the day. I think it's good to have these times built in throughout the day. Just a few minutes, like maybe some upcoming tasks, what you've done well, what went well, and what you can work on. And at the night, you can actually look at some self-assessment questions, like a little bit deeper, maybe a little bit longer. So do some self-reflection. How can you improve? Maybe you responded in a situation you didn't like. Okay, how can I get better? Right? All these different things. You start to build this momentum. This is how you get better every single day. And there's a saying, 1% better every single day. I think that's great. But ultimately, it's like, what are your goals? And you got to personalize it from there. Number two, power of questions. Questions are the answers. The highest quality questions will determine the highest quality answers. The higher the quality of our lives will be as well. We must do this and stay focused on the process and the mission. Don't change the goal, change the approach. Like, we all have these things in our life that we want, but ultimately of course you want to know the outcome, but you have to focus on the process and the day-to-day. But don't overwhelm yourself with the details. You have to focus on the mission, the task in hand, because ultimately that's going to lead to the next action and the next thing. Right? You have to believe in the process. And that kind of lets you stay in the moment and stay in the flow, because all you have is right now either way. right? So don't let your mind worry about these things in the future. Filter your questions through your goals and your values. This is why it's important to stay in touch with these things so we can actually get to the other side of what we want and have our mind actually work for us rather than against us. Number 3, know your value and yourself. Knowing yourself is key. Get to know your values, your standards, and your beliefs. Many of us are carrying around ones that are not even ours. They may be from childhood, maybe from certain experiences, but we haven't even evaluated these, right? You have to believe that you're enough and you're worthy, because you are, right? You have to find out what is important to you and do whatever it takes to make it happen. Understand that your worth is innate within us. Right? We all have that, but a lot of us, we don't really believe in that for a variety of reasons. You have to believe in possibility, you have to believe in yourself, you have to believe in winning. And through that, all things are possible. Superhero business. Number 1, do it your way. You must do it your way in life. You always have things and people and circumstances that do not want you to have the thing that you want. They want to have the control and all that. But at the end of the day, you must strip away everything that's not excellent and do it your way. Live life on your own terms. That's how you do it. Of course, you live by foundational principles, but then you have to understand life as a personalized process and stay focused on what you want and what you're called to do. Find out the purpose, and every single day, do it your way. Now, we all know about IQ and EQ, right? Emotional intelligence and intelligence quotient. What you rarely hear talk about is AQ, or adversity quotient, how you overcome adversity. It definitely requires a level of intelligence, because what you have to understand is you're not always going to feel like a 10. You're not always going to feel good. So you have to have the intelligence to understand that feelings are temporary. Okay, I'm feeling this. Now, why am I feeling this? Okay, maybe I didn't sleep. Maybe I am stressed out in a relationship. All these things, they can determine how we're experiencing right now. That takes a level of intelligence to understand, hey, I really don't want to give into this thing. I really don't. I know I feel like it right now, but in a couple hours, this probably won't even be a thing. And I'm going to be so glad that I didn't. All right, you have to honor who you are, and you have to have the intelligence to overcome these things. When you're making your dreams a reality, you have to have the intelligence to understand, hey, yeah, I'm going through some challenges. Doesn't mean I give up. No, this is temporary. This obstacle is the way. What stands in the way becomes the way. It's the intelligence to overcome these things. That's what failure is about. Failure is feedback. Don't change the goal, change the approach. This is how you make your mission a reality. You don't give up. You either give up or you get up. What is it? Stay focused on the mission, straight up. Now, the ability to overcome adversity is perhaps the most important thing, because, as I mentioned so many times, these things forge your character, live the life you're meant to lead. So you're not afraid of it. Now you start to embrace it, and these challenges become who you are. And you alchemize these things to forge your character and to be of service. Number 2, altruism. Altruism is the key to success. Really want others to win. Come from a place of being genuine and service. Take the energy to a situation. Be the model in life for what is possible. You have to understand that all these things are happening for us in a way, not to us. All right. You either be a victim or a victor of your reality. I understand it's hard in the moment, but again, it's like anything else. You train your mind and you take 100% responsibility, and you realize that these things don't have power over you. You just decide what happens next. And you start to become stronger than the circumstances, right? I'm just going to be real. Problems go to my purpose to die. Like, everything that comes for us has the opportunity to grow us or make us weak. And the decision is ours at the end of the day. Number 3, service. Someone who is always willing to be of service will have abundance. The universe wants to support that which supports life. Always look for ways to help. Best things you can do is work on your gifts and give them to the world. Work on your craft every single day. Work on mastery. Develop who you are at your core, because we don't understand that our career and how we get better is going to determine how quality of person that we become. And that will actually determine how much better that we actually get. Right? So we have to, again, focus on what matters and the intangibles, and your character will actually determine the way. All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning into the show. For more, you can head over to anthonygastella.com for articles, coaching, and other free resources. Also, if you can, leave a review for the show, let people know what you think, and I would appreciate that so much. Support the mission of freedom. Thanks for being on this mission with me, and I promise to give you more powerful, empowering, great content to help transform your life. Thanks for tuning in.